Good, excuse me, good afternoon, everyone. I hope that you are doing well. And I am just filling in for Pastor Don today, who is on vacation, as you know, out west, and spending some time with Evie and with the Krauses, and they're sightseeing and having a great time, I hope. So this afternoon, I just had a little something to share with you, just hopefully to encourage you on your journey, just like I am walking along with the Lord and trying to do my best to honor Him and please Him, and learning along the way as He grows me and challenges me and admonishes me and all of those things as His child. So He does that out of love. So that's what I hope to do, is just encourage you today. And so this is what we're going to talk about. This last week on Sunday, Pastor Don talked about the raptured, and just talking about his kids, God's children, and how the day is coming when He will take His kids home. And so stepping back a little bit out of that, with that as a drop cloth, or the backdrop is what I want to say to what I wanted to share with you. It's most of you know that my husband and I are in the process of having a house built. We started this process back last May, when he found the property, and we ended up purchasing that property. And then you proceed on the path of what comes next is you look for a builder, and then we hired a draftsman to draw up the plans, and we decided on a builder, and then we start this whole process. They broke ground in November of 2019, and got started, and all of the process. So if you even if you haven't had a house built, you pretty much know the process. You see them going up. You see footings are dug and poured, and walls are poured, and then the rest of the framing is done, and so on and so forth. So we've been going through this process for I don't know how many months now. A lot of months. It is projected that house is going to be done around November, and we are getting ready. We've also been in the process of selling our current home, and we are getting ready to move from there soon. So building has been definitely on my mind. All of a million decisions that have to be made, and all of that work that needs to be done in order to prepare this place. That takes me back to just probably about a week ago. In my devotional, I'm reading through the Bible this year, and in my devotional, about a week ago, I was reading through and have been reading through the book of John, and then just starting today, actually, in the book of Acts, but reading through the Bible, book of John. And so if you have your Bibles and you want to turn there, I am in John chapter 14, and just the first 6 verses. And so I'm just going to read that to you. It says, verse 1, and this is the NLT, the New Living Translation that I'm reading from. It says, "Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God, and trust also in me. There is more than enough room in my Father's home. If this were not so, I would have told you that I am going, or would I have told you, would I have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you? When everything is ready, I will come and get you, so that you will always be with me where I am, and you will know the way to where I am going." Verse 5 says, "No, Lord. No, we don't know, Lord," Thomas said. "We have no idea where you are going, so how can we know the way?" And Jesus told him, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. So as I have been experiencing this whole building process, and even tying together with what we experienced on Sunday with our message and talking about that home, that place that God has prepared, and that time in which we will be caught up in to meet the Lord and to go to this place. The first thing that really comes to my mind is the first verse. The first verse that just starts out saying, "Don't let your hearts be troubled." There is plenty of trouble. I don't know if you have noticed this. I'm hard. I don't want to call this person out, but someone whom I work with just said that there was a new term that was coined that was called COVID crabby. And it's just, looking at all of the tension and whether you're building a house or not, whether there's so many things and so many things that are vastly more important than the decisions that I've had to make going on in your lives. And in this context, when Jesus spoke these words to his closest, dearest followers, his friends, his companions, the people that he had been living and ministering with for years, they were troubled. The time that they were living in was troubled. They were agitated, and so much was going on. And Jesus says, "Shh, calm down. Don't let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust in God." And that is the encouragement that I have for you today, is recognize the fact that we are today in the circumstances are troubled. Maybe in our lives there are illnesses, there are relationship issues, there are financial strains. So many things could be going on in your home that really stirs up trouble. And God is telling you, don't be troubled. How can you possibly not be troubled in this time? The answer to that is what follows. It says, trust in God and trust also in me. Jesus is saying, I am your help. I am your peace. I am the reason that you have no thing, no one, no cause to be troubled, no cause to worry, because you can trust me. I will carry you through this. I will walk beside you through this. I will make a way for you to see through all of the whatever it is that's in front of your face. I will make a way for you to see through this, and for you to be challenged, and maybe to be sharpened, maybe to be changed, but in a way that honors me, in a way that I can best love you. Just like any parent would do with any child. It doesn't mean that you're going to keep your children from trouble, right? As a mom, I couldn't keep my children from trouble, but I could definitely walk with them through the trouble. I could guide them. I could encourage them. I could ask them good questions so they could think about what the challenges were around them, the questions that they would have. I could help them grow through the trouble. Okay, so don't let your heart be troubled. Trust in God, because that's where my help comes from. And then the scripture goes on to say, talking about room. There's room for you. When this was written, in the time that Jesus was speaking this, the tradition for the Jewish families was when if I'm the homeowner, my husband and I, and we have children, the children live with us, right? And then if the children get married, the married children live with us, and we just build on an addition to that space. In the home that we are building, we have prepared a place for our kids. We have two boys, and they have both been married, and so we have two boys and two girls in our family now, and we have prepared a place for them to come and stay because we want them to come and visit, right? But this isn't just a visit in Israel at this time, it was come and live. And these places are called insulas. We saw a great example of that in Capernaum when we went to visit Israel a few years ago, where you could see the ruins of the insulas. And this is where the family would build on and build on and build on, where all of the whole extended family really could be together. This is the idea when Jesus says, I am going to prepare a place for you. God, the home is in heaven. God's home is in heaven. And so he is building this place and adding on a room and adding on a room and adding on a room to make a place. So he's making a place for me, and he's making a place for you. If you have committed your life to Christ, if you have turned away from your own sin and turned away from the control of your life and given that to Jesus, he's preparing a place for you. Now, I'm going to have to say that if he's been preparing this place, he's had 2,000 plus years to prepare this place. So I am expecting a great room to live in, and I hope that you are too. But the time, it goes on to say, when everything is ready, I'll come and get you so that you will always be with me where I am. So when the time is ready, when everything's ready, I'm going to come and get you, which means the time is coming. We know that we're closer today than we were yesterday to the time when Jesus is coming to us. And this past Sunday, we had people write names of friends and family. Some of them wrote their own name down, or they said that they needed salvation themselves. They needed to have a relationship with Christ themselves. So there were over 114. I didn't count because some of them, I just counted through all of the names. Some of them were just families. So well over, maybe 120, 130 people that we're looking at. That this church family, our church family, is committed to reach out to pray for, to talk about our faith to share God's story and our story with, so that they have the chance to decide whether they want to be part of God's family and they want to claim one of these rooms that Jesus has prepared for them. So that is the other part of this encouragement, is just to remember that the time is coming. The time is coming, and it's coming soon, sooner than we know. And we need to be about the business of making sure that everyone that we are able to knows the truth, knows that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. He's the one way, he's the only way. And if we don't go about the business of making sure that they know this, then we're not doing our job. That's what Jesus left us here to do. That's the work that we were left to do here. Okay? So, don't be troubled. Trust in God is the first thing. And then the second thing is God is preparing a room, but that room is getting close to being done. The time is coming. And we need to be, I need to, and you need to be about the business of making sure that the people that we know, the people that God allows us to cross paths with know that Jesus is the way, He is the truth, and He is life. Okay? So I hope that's an encouragement to you today. I hope you guys have a great week, and we are looking forward to seeing you, those of you who are going to attend on Sunday, and for those who are traveling and who are vacationing, that kind of thing this weekend. Remember that we will have our service online. To the best of our ability, our service will be online, so you can join us online or you can watch after the fact. Okay? So you guys have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.